Hello, everybody. I thought that even though I'm very close to finishing my little run through, my challenge of beating all of the Kingdom Rush 1 levels with only towers that aren't in Kingdom Rush 1, that it might be more interesting to just dive straight into the candy that's being dangled right in front of my face, and that is impossible mode. So if you see in the thumbnail, it is now possible to select impossible difficulty in the difficulty options, all the different ways that you normally can. So what I'm going to do is dive into the code here of the game. And if you saw how I opened the files, oops, not that, you have to go into the location of the game, right click on the game's exe file, and with 7-zip, open up the archive. There's two options here. I always just pick the first one, and then that takes me here to start editing all the stats of enemies and stuff. Hello people, hello Capsule PL, hello Ultimate Tactician, hello Orb. A stream is making you act up, oh dear. So, oh hold on a second, how do I force the chat to appear on YouTube for me? I hate technology, but I also love this because it means that I can create impossible mode, so I can't complain too much. So the first thing that we're going to do is go into Kingdom Rush 1 and go to Game Templates. This is where most of the stats are for units such as heroes and enemies. So if I type in Control F, as you can see, I was looking at the Wild Magus earlier, and then I just type in enemy. Let's try Goblin. Oh, okay, that's something else. Because I already know what this is, we'll ignore it for now. This is the Sylvan, no, not Sylvan, the Archdruid Henge. The code is making me say the wrong thing. Here we go. Yes. So I know that most of the enemies are stored kind of low in the files, and you can see on the far right here where the scrolling bar is that we're pretty close to the bottom, sort of. I mean, it's a big file, so we're not that close, but still. This is the Goblin. Oh, hello YB69. And yes, impossible mode for Frontiers. I mean, that kind of already exists in the mod because all enemies have 20% more HP. But I'll work on that soon once I get all this figured out. So, for the Goblin, let's figure out how we want to make this thing more powerful. Just so you know, impossible mode with 3 Bs is going to be the impossible difficulty with all of all of the towers available in mind. So I'm expecting you to be able to throw in arcane archers as well. So let's just see what happens if we make the enemy's HP doubled. Actually, what I should do... Oh boy. Okay, so we need to set an array actually. So here's what you do. You do this, and then you do this. So now we have a little array of numbers to choose from. So for casual, it's 16 health. For normal, it's 20. For veteran, it's 24. And now for impossible, let's make it 40. Will this be impossible to do on Twin Rivers Iron and Heroic? Maybe. Or even Pogros? Quite possibly. We'll have to see. A lot of this is just like testing for now. So what I'm going to ask everybody to do if they ever download the impossible mode mod is just to beta test stuff and tell me if it really does seem truly impossible instead of just difficult. If it's really discouraging, for example. So I do have a list of possible changes that I wanted to make here. This I'm going to tone back from 60. I don't think this is necessary, so we're not going to go that far. You see here all these like really insane changes for the orcs and stuff like that. From 96 to 180. No. We're not going to go that far. Let's just try 120 for now. And then they also get an armor buff. But I'm going to tone that back too and just make it 0.4 instead of 0.3. So how about that? So here's the fat orc. Now we're going to make another array. So boom with the pointy bracket. People call these a curly brace, which is a cute name. So maybe I'll keep using that too. But let me think about this. What is the normal HP of the orc? It's 80, right? Because that's how you get 96 for veteran. Oops. And then 120 for that. But then we need to take a step back. and then put the casual HP, which is 64. And then the armor. Okay, now here's the tricky thing about the armor. I don't know if you can actually force the armor to be a different stat depending on the difficulty. I really don't know. So here's what I'm going to try to do. See the armor right here? We're going to make this an array as well. So boom, and then I'll do it like this. Another boom. So we're going to have 0.3. That's for casual. 0.3 for normal. 0.3 for veteran. And then finally 0.4 for impossible. So I'm just going to hit Control S, exit out of here, and I'm going to update the archive. So this will save the changes that I just made into here. And then we're going to run Kingdom Rush and see if the game crashes. In fact, it's already bad coding practice to make more than one change and then test it. But I do know that the array thing works. And since I made a limited number of changes anyways, I still know what could possibly be the problem if it crashes. So let's just pick Oni for good measure, or maybe even the Chonkinator, and then jump straight into a game. So let's just do the outskirts. Oh, also, wait a minute. Let me show this off since we're about to hop in. Look at this. We've got impossible mode as a selectable option. And then you see here, difficulty impossible. I smiled so big when this worked. I was so happy. I almost wanted to start streaming without testing anything at all, but I didn't want to waste 10 minutes in case it possibly didn't even work and I set up a whole stream. But yeah, we've got this here. We could even cycle through it. You see, we've got the default borders here. And then it's a gold border for impossible mode, just so you know that this is what you've got. Blue screen incoming. Yeah, possibly. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay. It's working so far. Goblins on their way. So let's just wait a minute. Can I go all the way to tier 3 of these guys? I would assume so. So let's just try using these guys and see what happens. Tooltips, get out of the way. And look at these fast goblins with 40 HP. Oh yeah. They've got their work cut out for them. Let's just move Ignis over here. Steam moment. And then, yeah, I'm just going to call the wave early. Get more gold. Because it would probably be very difficult to afford a tier 4 tower with the gold of a second stage in the campaign. Hello, Ninja Hamster. Welcome. Can you guys tell that the goblins are faster, by the way? Because the speed has been boosted by a lot. I don't think the final product will have this. Let's see. Medium armor. Okay, so that did work. That was just an idea that I had, and yet it went through. So that's really good. Happy about that. Alright, Ignis. Come here and wait for the next horde of enemies. And you see, like, because I have a hero, which you're not supposed to have anyways, this does seem a lot easier. And this is why I was very tempted to make the HP way higher. Like, practically double of what it was on Veteran for the Orc. Just because I wanted this level to still have replay value. Even once we get to, like, max stars and all the heroes unlocked and you come back. Like, there could still be a point to play these levels because the enemies have been made so difficult. So maybe that can still be the case, but the problem is that these enemies might really be impossible to deal with in, like, the elite stages because of that. Like, if you balance it around the initial part of the campaign with all stars, that's gonna buff the enemies way too much. Okay, look at these options. We've got the Gnome Garden, some mercenaries, Squatch, elves, Ewoks, Spear Maidens, pirates, and then this is not the Holy Order. These are the Citadel Knights, but buffed. Goblins with a passive to deal more damage when other goblins are around. That's how it works in Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth. When you have multiple goblin units in a pack, or orcs, I believe that they deal more damage, but only when you have like 5+. So yeah, we can steal the code from the Null Nar and maybe force that to work. Alright, let's spawn in these guys. Now you can see that they don't have any upgrades, not even to buy another one. That's because they're going to respawn on their own. So I have a feeling that these guys are just going to solo all the goblins here, because there's so many weak enemies that we just need a lot of units to block. And sure enough, that's what happens. Cool. Ignis did even get to level 6. Moment. So yeah, that was not so bad, right? Can an enemy have both resistances? Yes. In fact, there already is an enemy that has that. That's, where is it? Wait, oh, no, I was just looking at the same page. Here we go. Son of Serogaz. This one has high armor and high magic resistance, but they're not equal. So Impossible mode will fix that. Spiders always show up in the streams, I guess. And Illyria's feet. That always has to come up. Okay. Where was the thing that I was looking at? Oh, yes. Here. Game templates. So we're going to open this back up. And we're going to go back down to enemy. So we had enemy goblin. And then we had enemy fat orc. So I'm just going to type in enemy fat. Okay. So now we're back to this one. So we're just going to scroll down even more to the next enemy, which is the wolf. And did I have anything for the wolf? No. I just had the warg. So the wolf is not going to get buffed. I think that the speed buff in the game is already quite nasty enough. So we don't need to do anything more of that. Also, wolves are banned from becoming skeletons. That's what this line in the code means. So enemy wolf, that's the warg. So we'll go back here and then see what the warg's got in store for the warg. HP buff from 144 to 160. Okay. So HP max, here we go again. We're going to create an array, make the curly brace. And then we're going to have, what is this? So 120, and then that will go to 144, right? So that's plus 24. So this should be 96. I find it easier to figure out what the veteran changes and then subtract what would be added, because it's 20% difference either way, than to actually just multiply it by 0.8. But then again, at least for my school, we did have to have memorized that 8 times 12 is 96. But anyways, I'll do 160. And then I think another change that I forgot to write down is something that MMLH suggested for Impossible mode, without 3Bs, which is for the damage to also have an array. So this will also be buffed to 15 to 25, I believe. So let's just try this. Set an array, and then we're going to make this 12 3 times over. So 12 to 12, and then 15, and then put the little curly brace there. And the same thing here. We're going to have 18, and then I'll do like this. 18, oh wait, forgot the comma. 18 comma, 18 comma, 18 comma, and then 25, and then curly brace. There we go. So let's hope that this works. And then what else have we got? We already know that armor can be buffed. So this should be fine for the Shadow Archer. So we'll go back here. And then Shadow Archer. Oh, it already is at 0.5. Wait a minute. Let's check the wiki. This is always a good idea. So Shadow Archer, Kingdom Rush Wiki. Let's just double check what the stats of the enemy are, just in case there's a problem here. Magic resistance, low 30. Okay, so yeah, this shouldn't be 0.5 right now. So I believe that this is a leftover impossible change from before we knew how to make the button. So oopsies, that will be corrected now. So anyone that's playing the current mod, oops, I guess that it's a little bit harder than it's supposed to be. Sorry about that. This one slipped through the cracks. All right, Shadow Archer. That's everything that was changed about the Shadow Archer. The Shaman, I'm pretty sure this thing doesn't have any buffs either. Let's just double check though, if there's anything here. Shaman, Shaman, Shaman. No, I believe that the Shaman's buffs would be up here with the other green skins already. Okay, Spider Hatchling. Oh, okay. You know what? Because this is unchanged, I believe what this means is that I just didn't get around to making a decision on what the Shaman should have buffed. That's fine. We don't really know what to expect yet anyways. But let's just test out how the warg does. So let me make one more addition since I know this will work. So this should be 72. And then comma, and then 108, comma. Nope, that's a period. I can't type. And then this went up to 120. Also, I didn't delete the period. There we go. And then armor, here we go again, another array. So this, comma, 0, comma, 0, comma, and then 0.2. This is not so bad. This type of coding, it's other types of programming that I dislike, for the record. Increase the number of hatchlings spawned from eggs. Yeah, that might be a good idea. And, okay, shamans having more melee damage. I disagree with that suggestion only because it's actually a good strategy to try to block them in Progress Heroic. You want to do that. Okay, yeah, let's just open this up. By the way, ignore all the Skyrim modding stuff that's starting to build up on my computer. And also all these stupid things that my teacher wanted me to install. At the bottom there, I hate the fact that the desktop is messy. Because she said that it would be a good idea to install stuff on the desktop. I don't know why that was a suggestion. I just blindly trusted it because, oh, it's my professor. So let's go to a stage that has wargs. What has wargs? Well, many things, but I think that the best place to go... Actually, let's keep Ignis, just for security. Best place to go would be Glacial Heights. So let's join in on Impossible and see if this crashes the game to have an array for damage. Nothing yet. That's good. Very good. And we'll go for Assassins for the extra gold. Okay, wargs, come on out. Come on out to play. Oh yeah, I remember what this strategy was all about now. Wargs. Oh, yep, he's got 15 to 25. Okay, so it's working so far. Damage, health, and resistances all seem to be working. And I know gargoyles are coming too, so we can double check them. By the way, if I say that I disagree with the suggestion, and you still think that's a good idea despite the reasons I gave, feel free to tell me. I'm here to have a discussion, not like shut down ideas. Alright, let's just blow up these guys back here so that way we can get more gold. And then, oh, I should probably start preparing for gargoyles to come, right? Yeah, oh, here comes Winter Wolves. So let's just test out, let's test out the Necromancer. More Frontiers Towers. They're very comfy. Oh my goodness, look at how fast these enemies are. That's crazy. Wild even. It's nuts. Come on, we're gonna fire. Oh, slightly too slow. Cool. By the way, expect more balance changes for the Necromancer. It's about time it stopped having RNG. All my homies hate RNG. Okay, these guys seem to be working. They have 120 health, and they have low armor. And is the armor working? Yeah, reinforcements don't seem to be doing as much damage to them anymore. I suppose that was the idea behind the change. So that way you can't just completely ignore all flying waves by using spears. So I can see the logic, I suppose. I still don't like it. Because, like, why does the most basic flying enemy need to be complicated by having armor? But then again, we're not judging it on its simplicity anymore. You want even the basic enemies to be interesting to deal with. I mean, you can make flying enemies interesting by default by just mixing them in with these guys, with these ground enemies here. Also, I was way too late on that upgrade purchase. I had to make the decision on whether or not I wanted to buy it, and now it's too late. Alright, Fear the Reaper. Alright, Ignis Heal. Actually, I don't know why I'm still playing this, because we already know that the code works. So let me just exit out of the game like that. and then hop back into game templates. And where did we leave off? Enemy gargoyle, right? Yeah. Yes, okay, cool. We're all the way down here. Oh, okay. I guess the gargoyle counts as a spellcaster. Good to know. Let's see, enemy gold, HP. Oh, the ogre. Okay, now if I remember correctly, this guy got kind of a significant buff. Yes, 1200. So progress probably impossible now with these changes, almost certainly. Oh well, I guess that's just a price that must be paid. You can see me changing the enemies bit by bit. Xarki. So right now I've gone through Goblin and Orc. I guess I'm not really going in order of this list here, but I'm going in order of like where they're listed in the code. So, okay, back here. So 960, and then we're gonna make this 1200, and then don't forget this. Just do this right away. And then 640 for casual. And then I believe that's all the changes for the ogre, right? Yeah, just a big HP buff. So yeah, keep it at 40 to 60. This is pretty insane, by the way. FTS 16 means 16/30ths of a second. So he basically attacks in half a second, because that's almost 15 out of 30 instead of 16 out of 30. So it's pretty close to being half a second, just slightly more, one more frame. Okay, so hatchling unchanged, enemy spider small. This is the like large spider or giant spider, which is just like the still small one, but not the one that's the matriarch. So let's see, HP buffed to 100. Okay, so here we go again. HP max is 75. We'll create the array. So this is 60, 75, comma, 90, comma, 100. Is that it? Wait a minute. 72 to 100. Oh, okay. I think that might be that might be a leftover change as well. Let me see. Giant spider. Oh, giant spiders. How could I ever forget? Oh yeah, it's 48, 60, 72. Okay. That's another leftover impossible mode change. Cool. 60 and then 48. Always good to double check. Good thing I'm parsing through this. And now this stream exists as a way to check everything in the future too. I can just look at this later. Okay, and then here's the matriarch. This is the one that we want to modify a little bit more. Give it the bonus hatchling thing. So assuming that this is the HP it's supposed to have. Let's go back. 250, 300, and then oh, I see a period where this should be a comma. Let's nip that in the bud right away. Spider-Man, yep, 500. I remember that. And then we'll also implement the idea here. Let's see, max count 3. So instead of 3, you're suggesting 5. That's fine with me. Okay, hatchlings spawned, buffed from 3 to 5. Cool. And then I should also do damage buffed from 12 to 18 to 15 to 25. All right. Now what's next in the enemy list? Brigand or Brigand. I know it's not pronounced Brigand. I don't think that enemy is listed on here either. So let's figure out what we want to do with the Brigand. So I'll list it after... Oh gosh, when should I list it? Well, certainly in between the Dark Army and the Demons. Okay, so we'll do the Brigand, and we'll do the Bandit, and all those guys. Who else is there? Marauder. A word that I have to remember how to spell. I have to think before I try to type it. Pillager. Good. And then we'll have Troll. Troll Champion. Troll Chieftain. Troll Pathfinder. Whoa, I can't type. And then Troll Breaker. This one I already know is going to be unchanged. Troll Chieftain can buff Troll Breakers. Yeah, Brigand, just give him more HP. Sounds fine to me. Keep in mind that everything also has the speed buff, so this will still... Everything is automatically buffed. This is just going to buff it even more. Okay, so this will be 192. And then it's, what, 128? For the lower tier. And then, what are we thinking? 240? Yeah, let's do 240. That feels right to me. HP buffed from 192 to 240. I wonder how relaxing this is to people. Just to have me coding in the background. There's somebody whom I went to school with. Oh, look at this. Another leftover buff from Impossible mode. I guess a lot of stuff slipped through the cracks. Okay, there's Dark Knight and Dark Knights. Great. And yet there's also this here, like the Legends of Kingdom Rush option. So what happens if you do click Dark Knights? Let me try that. Oops, that's not how you type it. Oh no, this is the barracks, right? Since the barracks isn't listed here. Okay, cool. I'm glad that I thought of that before I checked. Okay, so the armor is 80%, so this is also wrong. Okay, 0.8. So we'll make this 0.9. Right. We'll hit enter. No, I don't want to do it like that. Come on. Good. Now that's cursed. So 0.8, 0.8, and then one more 0.8. Oh my goodness. Good typing there for me. And then this curly brace. Cool. We'll just leave the rest. Don't need to buff anything more about that. Marauders. Okay. So, let me check the Marauders stats, just to be sure. Marauder. Every enemy got a speed buff. Doesn't that make Slow Curse even better? Well, Slow Curse is a percentage buff. So, if you increase every enemy's speed, it does slow them by a higher number. Because it's the same percentage of what's now a higher number. Like, if the speed is 10 and you slow them by 50%, you slow them by 5 units. But if their speed is 20 and you slow them by 50%, now you're slowing them by 10 units. So yeah, I guess it makes it stronger, but they would still be at 10 units of speed rather than 5. If that makes any sense. Indirect buff to barracks. Not an indirect one. It is an actual buff to discourage you from just mindlessly spamming damage towers and not having to invest in barracks. Now you want to get your Forest Keeper Blade Singer combo, or try to do fancy stuff with assassins, upgrade your Templars, give them healing, etc. Okay, so the code for the Marauder says that its armor is 60%. In here, it says it's 0.50, not even just 0.5, 0.50. So I don't know what happened here, but we'll fix this. So curly brace. Oh, you know what? I just had another thought. You know how the Raider is the next enemy here? I wonder if you can set an array to make the life cost for units higher based on difficulty. What if Impossible mode forced you to get no lives lost by making every enemy cost 20 lives? Now that would be evil. So yeah, we'll just do 0.6, 0.6. Wow, I typed that in the wrong order for the third time now. And then finally, we'll do 0.75 and then call it a day there. Keep this. Oh yeah, look at this. 20 to 40. I know that that's not the right number. I think this is an older version. If Vez'nan Enjoyer might have accidentally gotten an older version of the game, because this is a lot of Impossible mode changes, and I feel like I remember fixing the Marauders, unless I'm gaslighting myself right now. But whatever. Let's set another array, because I do want to keep this damage buff. So this is 40 on Impossible mode, and then oh, not me forgetting the number I just read. 24, right? Yeah. Just want to double check so that we don't have to fix it again later. Okay, cool. 24, 24, 24, and then 40. and then end the curly brace. And then for this, we'll do 16, 16, 16, and then one more curly brace. Aha, okay, there you go. I'll type it like that from now on. That's more efficient. Okay, and then, oh, there's a second Marauder. Cool. Thanks for gaslighting me. What the heck? What? Okay, what's going on here? What is this one that I just edited? What the heck? I know that there have been instances of more than one enemy in the code sometimes, but I don't know why. What just happened? Whatever though, I'll replace all of this. Actually, no, I need to replace the armor as well. So let's start from armor and then go all the way down to right before melee attacks hit time. And then we'll do this again. So start at armor and then go to melee attacks hit time, Control V. Good. So we've just replaced both of them just in case. That's important. This is Lua. The engine is called Love 2D. Love with an umlaut on the O. But the code is in Lua. Unit price. There must have been an attempt to create some sort of like PvP mode here. I bet that's what's going on. Aw, man. Whoever was working on this, bless your soul. I hope that you finish this project. Or that you already have. Bro moment. That's the first bro moment in the comments. Okay, so the bandit. Let's just check the bandit stats before I get confused again on what the stats of this unit are. Okay, it is 70. Good. Yeah, that makes sense because 84. I do remember seeing that stat all the time. So here we go. By the way, the other things that I imagine I can change, like in an array, dodge chance, gold, lives taken, like I said, maybe even max speed. I can make this an array. So if I wanted an enemy to be even further buffed in its speed on Impossible, like let's say everything gets a 10% buff, but I want this one to be a 20% buff, then I'll just do the math and figure it out. Bandit attack speed, so make them even more deadly to units, is what you're saying. We could do that, yes. Smug Pepe. We could do that indeed. Okay. For Impossible, I'll just go with 84 again. Let's not change too much. Maybe make it 90? I don't know. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay. Let's make it so that they don't get hard countered by just tier 2. No. Is there any specific attack that will that would kill them on veteran but not kill them on Impossible? So anything that does between 84 and 96 damage. I'm trying to think. I guess a Tesla with overcharge, its minimum damage goes from 66 plus like the 30 from overcharge. So actually, if I make this 100, then this would make this enemy a very hard counter to the Tesla. I don't think I want that though. Do I? No, we don't want that. I'll still make it 96 though. Or no, you know what? I won't. That way we can implement the other change, the attack speed. Okay, so where is attack speed? Cooldown, 1. So, array, 1, 1, 1. Whoa. Typing poorly. So we got 111, and then what do we want? 1.75. Now keep in mind that there are some hard limits on attack speed, but since the hit time is only 4 frames, then I believe you're safe to buff this by quite a bit. So yeah, we'll try 3/4 the attack speed. See how that goes. They're gonna chew through units. Yeah, probably. I mean, they already do. They're gonna stab through units. Oh my gosh. Is this another bandit again? Okay. Well, here we go. We'll just make the array as quickly as possible. So, 56, 70, 84, 84. And then curly brace. and then attack speed, just like that. And then we'll do 1, 1. Nope, that's a 2. 1, 0.75, and curly brace. And then leave it at that. The Dark Slayer. Okay, so here's the one that we want to change again. So this is just to remove RNG. So 76, 76, and then one more 76, just like Fallout, and then 100. And then minimum, curly brace, 24, 24, 24, and then 50. Would I be a boring teacher narrating just information? If I was a teacher, I would probably go out of my way to think of ways to make it more interesting. Apply whatever psychology that I know or think that I know. But in this case, I'm not too bothered. Okay, now here's something that I really want to test out. So first, let's just save the game as it is, and then save this template. Cool. And then let's hop back in, and then go to Enemy Slayer. Well, I already saw what the next enemy is, so we'll go to that one. So Rocketeer. This is the Rocket Rider. So this guy's going to be pretty nasty. Let's see. Anything with soldier in the name doesn't need changes. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, so I guess those are allied units. Let's see. Vaduke, do I guess you lived in the moment when Kingdom Rush was amazing simply in the Flash version, even though there aren't alternative levels? Wow, I can't speak. So I played the game on Congregate.com. That's when I first discovered the game. Somebody showed it to me, actually, and then we played it for a little bit. We were making fun of the descriptions. I called King Dinas King Penis, and we made it past the Juggernaut and then unlocked the Musketeers. And then I think I, like, lost or something like that because I tried to use the Musketeers and they were kind of mid, kind of bad. So we just kind of stopped there. Honestly, I wouldn't say that the Flash version of Kingdom Rush is probably the worst one, just because there was the least balancing and least content. But because there were so many people playing it and like the experience of going on Flash was so nice, I'm sure that that was probably an elevated experience for most people. But I only played it a little bit, so I didn't really get a taste of that. Okay, here's a script. Enemy Rocketeer on damage. So this is what causes them to boost. So here's what we're going to look for, because I already know what I'm going to do. Let me see. Let's look this up in the code. Oh, okay. There's only one instance of it happening. Cool. Let's look up more instances of the Rocketeer. Yes, enemy Rocketeer. Mod Rocketeer speed buff. Okay. Yes, here it is. Mod Rocketeer speed buff. Insert, remove. Modified duration 2. Mod type fast. Cool. Fast factor. So, what this means is that the speed of the Rocket Rider is boosted from what it once was to that number being multiplied by 3.60416666666666666665. That's what Ironhide has calculated as the most balanced number to multiply the speed by. Now, I disagree with this number. I think it's ugly. Why can't it just be something nice? But what I wanted to find in the code was something to allow them to boost more than once. You hit them, they boost for 2 seconds, and then they don't boost again. But after a cooldown, so like if you try to hit them really early on to waste the ability, they can get it again if you hit them too early. That's what I think would be the nastiest thing to do. But what do I know? You know what? Because I can't do that, let's just make it more pertinent to boost their speed, or to kill them as soon as they boost. So let's make the speed 4.5. or the fast factor 4.5. Actually, what I should do, yeah, so let's copy this number and then go to the impossible mode change log. And then where's the Rocket Rider? I'll put it after the Dark Slayer. Rocket Rider. Speed boost, speed factor. I'll just call it the speed factor instead of fast factor. Buffed from Control V. Oops, that was Control B. Oh, great. Yeah, just like that. To 4.5. There we go. Nice clean 4.5. Boom. Now, will this be OP? Probably. We'll see. Look at this now. Another ugly number. Why is it that the extra speed that trolls get is 30.72? Where did they pull that from? What calculations did they discover that made them believe that the 0.72 was necessary? Where in their spreadsheets, when they did the balancing, did they calculate this? Make it, yeah, you know what? Boom, 30.73. Now the enemy is unstoppable. In fact, let's do that. I could add even more zeros possibly, but I'll just leave it. Yeah, and then, so here's the other stuff. So their minimum damage gets 15 added to it. Their maximum damage gets 30 added to it. And then it lasts for 6 seconds. Now, an idea that somebody suggested was to make it so that the buff is permanent. I want to try that. So we're going to type in 9e plus 99 instead of 6. What this will do is make it equal to 9 with 99 zeros to the right of it. So basically infinite time, because no game will last that long. Yeah. There we go. Troll Rage modifier. Buffed from 6-second duration to infinite duration. Is that misleading? Because it's not truly infinite. It's just 9e plus 99. Let's hope not. Hello, Taco God Boomdog. Welcome. For some reason, like, when I get the opportunity to say hi to somebody, usually it's you. Like, for some reason, I usually always notice you in particular. Not that that's a bad thing. Okay, let's go back to Enemy Slayer. Yeah, that's the Dark Slayer. There's too many more instances of Rocketeer, probably. So let's just go straight to the Slayer. And then where are we at? The Troll. Okay, so what do we want to do about the Troll? Do we want to buff its regen, its damage, its health? Maybe nerf the gold that it gives? Hello, Legit Muffins. Nice profile picture. I remember those skins came in a pack with additional levels. In my opinion, they are awful. What skins? Oh, right. The Star Wars version of the reinforcements. Yes, I remember that being a thing. I just downloaded the tower mod today, and I must say I'm really looking forward to Impossible mode. Oh, awesome. Glad to hear that. Expect more balance changes for the towers as well. I need to rebalance the crossbow fort. That one has gone untouched for a very long amount of time. And then I think I need to rebalance the Necromancer. Yeah, fix the RNG on its attacks. And then we'll see about after that. So damage minimum. I think I want to keep the Troll mostly the same. Let's just go to here. So what is this, 244? Oops, wait, forgot the comma. Oh, it's 336. So it's plus 56. So minus 50 would already be 230, and then the extra 6 is 224. My bad. So what do we want to do about the HP here? 400? Origins has no lightning, it's Thunderbolt. Yeah, get it right. Technically, it's Thunderbolt, not Lightning Bolt. Yes. Okay, wait a minute. Am I looking at the soldier troll? Okay, that was the enemy troll. What is this one? This is the soldier troll. Okay, so we'll leave that. Don't need to touch that. Okay, now the winter wolf. Enemy white wolf. So let's buff its HP some more. Oops. So there. And then, what is this? 70? So 280. And then 350. 420. And then MMLH suggested 450 for like the regular impossible mode. And to be honest, I think this enemy is fine with that as well. What it should get a buff to is damage. That's what I'm thinking. So we're going to make it 25 to 50 on impossible. So let's do 40, 40, 40. And then 50. And then we're going to do the 20s. So 3 20s. 20, 20, 20. And then 25. We're keeping the variance at 1 to 2, but it's +5 minimum, but +10 to maximum. Just like the Troll Chieftain's damage boost. Now the Yeti. Okay, finally, the big boys. These are the types of enemies that need to deal more damage, or you need to deal way more damage in order to actually kill them. Because right now, these guys are about as tanky as a Troll Chieftain. Like, you could spam a bunch of Troll Chieftains, and they would honestly be more threatening than a Yeti, because their buff will make the other trolls way more dangerous. Whereas the Yeti, meh. So let's see what we came up with for the Yeti, if it's even here. Let's Control F for the Yeti. Nope. No Yeti. Oh, ooh, don't look at that yet. We'll get to that. That's the more interesting stuff. So, the Yeti, I'll just put it here after the Troll Breaker, because why not? So HP buffed from 2400 to, I'm thinking 4000. This will certainly warrant an insta-kill. So 1600, 2000, 2400, 4000. And then also, let's make it so that their damage doesn't have such a terrible, like, variance. So, actually, you know what? Let's keep the damage max the same, but only buff the damage minimum. So, on normal difficulties, it starts at 50, but on impossible, it starts at 100. And I tried to change this to explosive damage, and it crashed. So I'm just not going to bother yet. We'll worry about that later. Or actually, okay, fine. You know what? I'll go take a look at it. Let's look up BFG. Wait a minute. What the heck? Where did I just scroll to? There we go. Bomb. Does it say the damage type? No, that's damage none. Cool. Damage explosion. Okay. So now we know for sure that it's called explosion and not explosive. So let's go back to the Yeti. Not that. This one. Cool. Damage explosion. So we'll try this and see if it crashes. Damage explosion. See, there we go again. I was tempted to write explosive. That's probably what was causing the crash. Okay, and now the forest troll. I already know what the buff is to this one. So it's 3,200 on casual, then 4,800 on veteran, and on impossible, 10,000 without the comma, because this was a number I wanted to put the comma in here as I was typing just to make it look nicer, but I can't. And then I guess I should do the damage minimum thing with all the giants. So let me just copy this. Damage minimum. Boom. Explosive. No, explosion. Right. Gotta get this correct. Let me control save now, just in case I crash for some reason, because I've made a lot of changes. Giant enemies like Yetis feel really weak, because by the time they show up, your towers tank too well or deal so much damage. Yeah, exactly. Can you give vulnerabilities? I think so. but I'm not sure. I need to look at the origins code and see how they did it for the Blood Knoll. So before I introduce anything like that, I need to mess with origins. But yeah, let's do the Orc Champion now. I believe that's what we're looking at. So the Orc Champion is kind of close to the top here for the other goblins and orcs and stuff. So HP was buffed from 400 to 600, and the Warg Rider. And the armor was buffed. Okay, got it. Lots of buffs for this guy. So 320. It's literally just the Forest Troll when it comes to the veteran stats, but just divide by 10. And then we'll go straight to 600. And the Curly Brace. And then armor right above that. So go over here, comma, 0.85, comma, 0.85. Whoa. And then 0.95. End. Actually, let me just double check that that's actually the armor of the Orc Champion. There you go, Orc Champ. 80. Okay, as I thought, it's not 85, it's just 80. Oops, deleted the wrong thing. So there we go. Fixed another impossible mode change that was left over from the first time. They're not really based on Origins Impossible mode. I guess you could say they're inspired by it because it's assuming that it does what Origins does, which is universally buff every enemy's speed by like 30%, I think. So that's what we're doing here as well. Now what is this? That's a soldier version, so we're not going to touch that. We can ignore it. Orc Rider. Okay, cool. So this one, now, we can make it the same thing. So 320, 400, arrow, 480. By the way, I'm going to assume that because nobody answered the question about me being a boring teacher, that it's because I would be, and no one wants to break the truth to me. That's fine. Silence speaks 1,000 words. Soldier Orc Rider. Okay, cool. So skip that. Enemy Troll Axe Thrower. I wonder if this is the Troll Champion. What do we want to buff him by? If anything at all. Because the Troll Champion is pretty insane already. Actually, let me look at something. What is the damage type of his melee attack? It's just physical, right? What if I buffed that to true damage as well? No, that would be stupid. Because then it would discourage you from actually wanting to block them. To stop their melee attack. Or to stop their ranged attack. So yeah, no, we don't want to do that. Let me think. This enemy, honestly, is already buffed by the fact that trolls, or troll chieftains, can permanently buff them with their rage. So I think these guys can be kept the same. They're already a very hard counter to barracks. And in fact, I don't even like the fact that they deal true damage. I wish that they dealt physical. Because all they serve to do is make both tier 4 barracks from Kingdom Rush 1 bad. And that's not good. Like, the barracks are already countered by rocket riders. You have the worst flying enemy in the series already in that stage. Or in that environment. So it's kind of not necessary. Okay, lives cost. So this is another thing that I wanted to test. Is whether or not you can do this with the Raider. So we'll see about that. And then health. So 800. 1,000. Oops. There we go. 1,200. 1,500. Melee attack cooldown. So 3. 3. Whoa, what the heck am I doing? Yep, all the 3s. And then 1. No, let's make it 1.5. It should still be slower, so that way they're not equally deadly from ranged. Reduce the cooldown of the ranged attack to 0. Nice. Give them bleeding. Oh wow, that would be pretty nasty. Make some barracks have magic armor, and on impossible we make some enemies deal magic damage. Now there's an idea. Okay, let me explain the consequences of this though. If we make like a, I don't want to call it a new damage type, although that would be pretty cool if we could do that in the scripts, make a new damage type, and then give every unit like equal or like different amounts of armor to it, so that way there's more interactions in the game. That would be really cool. I want to look into that being possible. But basically everything is either physical or true damage in Kingdom Rush 1. There is no magic damage. It doesn't exist. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. So if we introduce that, then we do have to give magic resistance to a bunch of units. And then we have to be very careful. Like, if we give Thor magic resistance, right? Then we have to make sure it makes sense for him to resist both a Necromancer Bolt and a Troll's Axe. Which I guess is fine. That does make sense. Like I said, I think that the Axe should be physical damage anyways. But yeah, I'll look into that. So to modify the damage types of their ranged attacks, I have to go into the section of the code that has all the bullets and projectiles, which is even further down. So we'll get there soon. Oh, the Pillager. Okay, here we go. Another guy who should have magic resistance. So this, and then, so that's 560, so 2,240. Boom, and then 3,360. Oh yeah, it's just like the troll. Right. Yeah, another instance of an enemy having like the same numbers, but just multiplied by 10. And then this guy, okay, as another giant, they probably should have, I don't know, another 4,000. Just like the Yeti. Magic armor, 90. Is that true? Let me look this up. Okay, it is 90. Cool. All right, let's go back. And then... Ooh. Okay. Can I change the damage type of an attack based on difficulty? Let's find out. This is so cursed looking. What the heck? Okay, so let me just copy this. And then damage magic. Or is it magical? Great. Now I need to look up that as well. So let's look up Control F, damage magic. Damage magical. Damage magical, damage magical. Damage magical armor. That's the Arcane Archers. Cool. All right, good to know. So we'll go back to enemy. Actually, no. Instead of going back, let's save now and test to see if that works. Oh, okay, hit OK. If you have to classify. If you have to classify all the Kingdom Rush Saga in different themes, how would you do that? For example, Kingdom Rush 1 has the classic ambientation in medieval dungeon. Kingdom Rush Frontiers has new isolated lands, etc. I mean, okay, well, here's the thing, right? I believe the names kind of already speak for themselves. Like, that's what Frontiers are. Those are, like, new lands. Origins is more of a fairy tale fantasy setting because it's older. The Origins. That's why you get to see more, like, non-humanoid enemies. Or just, like, inhuman enemies, which I think is really cool. We were looking through all the enemies that are not human, and Origins has by far the most. Okay, where can I get a pillager quickly? Let's try, let's try Hushwood, but the heroic challenge. I think this should go by faster than if I did the campaign, and I don't remember the iron.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
All right, wish me luck. Actually, let's do Sylvan Elves up here. And then let me see if I can force a dwarf. What am I thinking? Why am I using Bolin in like a heavily armored campaign? Oh, wolves. Okay. Let's... Oh, no. We don't need to focus on that. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Look at them go. What even is the damage boost? Okay, is that attack speed working? Let's see. Okay, it looks like it, actually. I think they are actually attacking faster. It's really hard to see, though. That probably needs to be looked at later. Look at these guys. They're just zooming. Okay, random meteor. Come help. Wow. They actually held their ground. Oh, okay. Waste furnace blast. Moment. Actually, it's not even a waste. Like, the cooldown will probably finish again in time to kill everyone. Good crit there from Bolin. Alright. No pillagers just yet, but we can get raiders. That's fine. We'll see if the life count works. Yep, it's 3. So good. The array works in that regard as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna get max furnace blast, whatever. It's true damage, so. Cool. How's this doing? Spiked armor will do most of the damage. Actually, the explosive attack should have done the most. I also just realized that I could have given brigands more armor too. But I guess it's good enough. As you can see, these impossible mode changes are not even that bad. Like, I can jump into a level with no plan just to test stuff out, and just winging it still be pretty fine. I can clutch up when something unexpected happens, you know? Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
Just a second, let me get him.
After I got follow-up appointment, checkup, and also to extend the growth that I discovered on my ear. I left it. I believe I've had for 7 months. Yeah, essentially. Okay, I'm back.
Do you feel
So let's see if this emergency situation can be resolved. Nope. That explosive damage did nothing. And now I don't get to test out the raider. Pillager, I mean. So let me come back with Ignis, because yeah, obviously Bolin is a bad idea here.
Let's burn.
And we'll go back to that stage. Wow, how did I forget where to find it at? I resurrected. No, that was a respawn time. Probably more than 15 seconds. Had to schedule a doctor's appointment. Okay, we'll go for this again. Probably still want to do this. Yeah. Gonna have to. And then for security, let's do that. Come on, Ignis, attack Brigand. Cool. Yeah, good. The AoE is not dodgeable, so he's actually very good against bandits and stuff. Oh, I kind of wish he dodged, or not dodged, but he dashed forward instead. Wow, he really wants to go for those guys. All right, we're gonna fire now. And then we'll just stop at tier 1, I think. And then we'll go for something magic. Yeah, the range wraps all the way around, so we want this. By the way, another good suggestion that was given for mages to be buffed in Origins was just to give them more range. And I think that's a good idea. Look at all that speed. Nice. Now, because there's so many units, it's probably a good idea to go for the Necromancer because of Pestilence. Come on, Ignis. I know you want to dash. Yep, cool. Mostly horizontal dash, so that did the most damage you could. There you go, kill the Marauder too. Good. Literally all of his directions that he can go in are very useful here. So let's go for the Necromancer and then get Pestilence. Because Pestilence is stronger now, so it's useful. Oh, Magnus's aim. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But hopefully we can look at what they did for Dante and maybe make scripts that make hero AI better. I would love that. Ooh, there we go. Yes. Perfect positioning. Do it again. No. Oh, no, it's still good enough. Good. And then dash. Oh, no, he went over there. Honestly, I probably should just have maxed out this other thing. No, it's okay. Get the good duration and stuff. Look at this. This is probably more cost effective, actually, because it needs to be nerfed. It's a bit OP. Or maybe not. Look at that radius. That's pretty bad. Okay, this is a Pillager. Oh, wait a minute. We need something with armor to test if the Pillager actually does damage to it or not. Like magic damage to it, I mean. So let's see. Oh, okay. Good to know that that doesn't work. You see there, he was right about to attack the skeleton, and it didn't work. So that means that the change to damage type doesn't go through, I believe. Let me just see again. Enemy Pillager. Damage type. Okay. Physical, 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 magical. So this is typed correctly. But this, unfortunately, will have to be changed to just damage magical if we want it to go through. So there will be a couple of necessary evils. So far, there have been less than I thought there would be. So this is going to be a buff to the Pillager overall, because he's gonna deal magic damage at all difficulty types. Oh well. It's just the pillager, who cares? Right? We don't have to be scared of him. This is the soldier version. You know what? Soldier, I'm gonna give you magical damage too. Why not? I don't know if we'll ever get to use it, but he deserves it too. Oh, there's 2 pillagers. Nice. Okay, enemy troll brute. That's the breaker. This guy, we're not going to give him any buffs. Damage radius. So most of the big enemies have a damage radius of 50. Troll breaker happens to have a damage radius of 44.8. Thoughts on changing this? The pillager pierced through my physical damage immunity. Nice. Okay, that's the soldier version of him. Yeah, I'll leave this, I think. Maybe I'll make the life cost worse. Because 3 is kind of minimal for like a big enemy. Should be 5. I think all giants should cost 5 lives. Like, where's the pillager's life count? Does he not have it? Oh no, that's a soldier. Where's his life cost? Yeah, 5. If the pillager takes 5 lives, then so should the troll breaker, because the troll breaker is way worse as an enemy. That thing is way more threatening and powerful. Oh, here we go, the troll chieftain. All right. So look, allow templates. Troll, axe thrower, and skater, which would be the pathfinder. So let's also add enemy troll brute to that list. Also, I just realized that I should be updating the changelog for enemies here. So bandit, attack speed buffed from 1 second to 0.75 seconds. Cooldown. Yeah, there we go. Marauder, armor buffed from 0.6 to 0.75. Raider, HP buffed from 1200 to 1500 on impossible. And then melee attack speed buffed. Oh, did we notice that the melee attack speed was faster? I think so. Me just assuming so. I can always just check the saved video of this. And then finally, life cost buffed from 1 to 3. Actually, I guess the troll breaker has been buffed. Life cost buffed from 3 to 5. Troll, HP buffed from 336 to 400. Pillager, HP buffed from 3360, yep, just like the troll, to 4000. Damage on all difficulties changed to magical. And then troll champion, this was unchanged, right? Yeah. Enemy spider egg to change the number of spiders. Okay, good. So it worked. And then, okay. What else did I want to do? Oh, loops. Okay. So you see this here? This controls how many units he can buff. This controls the range. And this is how many times he casts the buff. So instead of him buffing 3 units, he actually buffs 3 units 3 times. So 9 total. Up to 9. So 1 bang on the drum buffs 3 of them, and then another bang, which is only 8 frames. So he very quickly applies this buff to more and more units. Oh, the golem head. Okay. Let's check this thing on the wiki. Hello, Nemesis. Oh, you're wondering what time it is in the United States right now? Well, there's multiple time zones, but I'm sharing my screen so you can see that in the bottom right. It's 3:30 p.m. Okay, so this is their HP. Good to know. So what do we want to do here? Do they have armor listed in their stats? It looks like they don't, because they don't have armor. So let's add that. tt.health.armor. I believe that's the code for it, right? Of course, there's a bunch of enemies that don't have armor. There we go. tt.health.armor 0.6. Okay, cool. And then let's set an array. So 0, 0, 0. And then let's make this 0.3. Actually, no, let's make it 0.5. These guys need to be tough. And you unlock Arcane Wizard here, so obviously you want to use mages on this stage. So just buff that guy a little bit. The Zapper, okay. Oh boy. What to do with the Zapper? Where is he? Really? There we go. Fix that. You have no idea how many times MMLH has corrected me on the spelling of that name. Because to me, it's just... calling an enemy a Zapper is a stupid name, especially for something that doesn't use anything that zaps. Kingdom Rush 1L. Name another enemy who's like completely misnomered in the series. Applying things to only one difficulty causes a lot of complications. Indeed it does, which is why I'm trying to make as many things an array as possible. But you know, I can only do so much. Now for the Zapper, these guys are pretty... they're pretty bad on their own, so I think I'm going to leave them unchanged. All the other enemies being buffed just makes the Zapper way worse, because while you're trying to deal with these tough enemies, you now have more trouble blocking them because of the extra damage being dealt by the Zappers. Alright, so there we go. We'll just set the array. Oh yeah, I wonder if it would cause a crash to play the Dark Tower, because Vez'nan already has an array, but it only has 3 elements. So maybe that would cause a crash because it tries to load the 4th element, but it doesn't have one. So it either crashes or it defaults to Veteran. Or maybe it recycles to Casual. That would be silly, but probably not. Okay, here's another thing that probably doesn't work. I want to change the Demon Shield modifier to be stronger on different difficulties. So in fact, okay, here's what I'll do. So this is mod Demon Shield. So we're going to Control F this. It's down here in the mods list. No, that's for silence. There we go. Wait. Oh yes, here we go. Shield ignore hits. If I set this to an array... Ooh, that's really ugly. Hold on. Let's make this 10, so that way it's really obvious to check. I'm obviously not going to keep this number, but I just want to see if this will last if I do it like this. Oh yeah, I just realized that the extra speed that I gave to the Rocket Rider also has this problem. Yeah, that's bad. And the duration too for, what is it? The Troll Chieftain. Yeah, that also is permanent. So hold on, let me do mod Troll Rage. Nope, that's something else. So up, mod Troll Rage. Well, oh wait, was I already on this? Oh, well, here's the Rocketeer. Oh yeah, the duration, the 90, yeah, yep. Okay, so let's just try all this. So put the curly braces. I'm just gonna put 3.6. I know that it's not that number, so this is indirectly a buff, or indirectly a nerf to the enemy. But whatever. And then I believe the duration was 6 seconds, right? Might be misremembering, but we'll see. Okay, So we'll exit out of that, save the game. Hello, Saul Badman. I'm watching Better Call Saul right now. We're on season 4, episode 3. Just finished episode 2, where Jimmy reads Chuck's letter to him. I won't say anything more than that, in case somebody else doesn't want spoilers for the show, because it is still a very new show. It's probably one of the newest shows that I've ever watched, because I tend to watch a lot of older stuff. Okay, so let's just go with Oni if we're going to be testing demons and stuff. So let's test the demon shield and its number of hits. Where can we get a demon lord really easily? Honestly, yeah, the campaign will give us that pretty quickly. So let's see. Oh, and rocket riders as well. So that's good. Will it crash? No. Okay. That's good so far. Maybe when it tries to do something, it will crash. Only one way to find out. So let's see here. Tesla. Oh, reliable. Nerfed Tesla, specifically. Oh yeah, let's move Oni up. Speedy bandits. Look at them go. It's adorable. Okay, yeah, you get out of there. Come on. There we go. This is the Necromancer. Ooh, ooh. Come on. Yes. Nice. He's doomed. And honestly, you know what? I should just rain a fire. What am I doing? Wasting time. That's what I'm doing. Dilly-dallying. Okay, Amps and Gargoyles. Let's just, get these guys ready for action. Ready to rumble. Get them into the Thunderdome. And honestly, might have to, yeah, do rain of fire there, unfortunately. Probably need 2 barracks as well. Let's get a mage first, down here. Archmage is the ultimate counter to skeletons, I've discovered. Oh yeah, big time deleted him. Okay, Demon Lord. Let's see what you've got, buddy. Pow. Oh, okay, no. It's too fast. Okay, now attack him. Yep. That didn't work. Good to know. Attempt to compare table with number. So the game code considers it a table, but it will only accept a number. Also good to know. So let's go back there. I have a feeling that the same fate will be met by the Rocket Rider. So let's do Mod Demon Shield. That's the remove script. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll just make it 5. So this is another one that's going to be buffed on all versions, unfortunately. But it's kind of minor. No, that's not really minor though. That's pretty significant. Shoot. Okay. You guys let me know if you think that's worth doing. Oh, don't react so badly to the blue screen of death. It's not that bad. This is just how it goes. It's much worse when you're coding something and your life depends on it, and then you start getting bugs and stuff. If you're coding for school and you have an assignment, your grade depends on your code not working, or well, it depends on whether or not it works, and it doesn't work at the moment, then yes, that's stressful. Or for your job or a test or whatever. Right now, though, this is all just for fun, so I couldn't care less if it ends up not working. Don't touch the shields. Okay, so that's 1 vote to keep the shields at 4. So, yeah, you know what? I think that is for the better. I feel like this change, while it would be good for impossible mode for sure, all it does is kind of make the dwarf even more overpowered because the multiple ticks of fire damage, it just further encourages you to exclusively use Furnace Blast to deal with mobs Whereas instead, you might be more encouraged to try, let's say, the battle mecha. So let me go back to the Demon Lord, which is called the Demon Mage. That's his death. Okay. So, okay, his minimum and maximum damage. So this is another array that we want to set. So 15, 15, 15, 50. Boom. And then with this, we're going to do 75, 75, and 75. Missing a comma. Oh, scary. And then 100. There we go. So now he has the same damage as the Dark Slayer. Yeah. And then for fun, this is one other buff that I wanted to add. Make him cost 6 lives because he's a Demon Lord, like 666. I wonder what would happen actually if you put a decimal value in here. What that would do. It would probably just crash the game again or have very little effect. I guess if, let's say it was 6.6 lives, you leak 1 and then you lose 6 lives, or no, maybe you would lose 7. But then on the second Demon Lord that you leak, you only lose 6 lives. But you're still down by 13 because 6.6 times 2 would be 13.2. Make Demon Shields affect imps. That's a good idea, actually. Let's scroll back up. Also, what is this order? What the heck? Why is the Demon Wolf underneath the Legion? Also, if you notice, the Demon Lord shield is able to apply to Rotten Lesser. That's the Rot Shroom in Fungal Forest, the purple mushrooms that poison you. I think they intended for you to be able to apply this. Oh wait, no, hold on. We have to be careful here. If I make it so that this applies to a new enemy type, this will apply to all versions as well. So this also wouldn't be an impossible mode change. So before I do that, we want to be sure that that's something that we want to do, because I feel like applying the shield to imps would drastically change the difficulty of the other modes, far more than the like hit count going from 4 to 5. I think it would have a bigger impact. Like imagine wave 4 of Pandemonium, how much harder that is. So you know what? I think I'm just gonna not do that just for now. Also, I hate this order. Why is it ordered like this? And then move this to like that. There we go. This is more satisfying to me. Yes, I'll do the speeds after. I figure I might as well just do the templates right now. And then get a sense of how much the speed should be nerfed. The dodge is silent. Okay, HP. So here we go again. So we got 280, 350, 420. Blaze it. 500? Ooh, that is nasty. That's pretty evil. And then, okay, here's the Demon Imp. So we want tt.health.magic armor to be equal to an array, or sorry, a table. 0, 0, 0, and then 0.6. Okay, now that is a cursed joke. I'm not reading that out loud. It will be saved in the chat anyways, so other people who are curious can see that. Oh, my package is here. That's good to know. Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Oh, wait. Come on, arrow keys. Wow, I'm getting fumble fingers. 3,000. Nope. And then 4,500. This is the Magma Elemental. 2.5 second attack speed. Oh, right. The armor. almost forgot about the armor. So we'll do 0, 0, 0, and then 0.7. I believe that's what the suggestion was from MMLH, and I'm just gonna copy that, take in his input, and then we'll do the same thing as before, where this is an array, or a table, 50, 50, 50, and then 100. Wow, this enemy from Veteran to Impossible mode is probably the biggest change so far. Okay, Serogaz. Well, son of Serogaz. You see how this is 0.8 and 0.8? That's a leftover Impossible mode change again. So son of Serogaz. It's supposed to be 70-70. So now we have to make 2 arrays. So, oh, right, I can just do this. 0.7, comma, 0.7, comma, 0.7, comma, and then this, and then like that. And then I can copy this onto this version here. Cool, because it's the same number. And then another array. So this is 1000 on casual. And then 1500 on veteran. Wait, really? Oh yeah, I do want to go here. Oh yeah, it is 1500. What was the thing that I had amongst all the spiders? 3000. Great googly moogly. Okay, sure. You know what? It's an elite stage, and this enemy is really not that threatening, so I don't mind that. We'll try 3000. Sure. We can question what the past me was thinking, if need be. Also, I want to test out if the gold can be changed on difficulties. So let me modify that for another enemy down the line. Oh yeah, you know what? Let's test it on the swamp thing, because I want to modify this thing anyways. So, nope, 2,400, 3,000, 3,600, 4,500. That's what I had in mind. And then let's try the gold. So, normally it's 200. To test whether or not this works, I'm gonna make it 9,000. No, 10,000, because it will change the amount of digits significantly. So Control S, and then we'll exit out and then go see if this fixes things. Oh wait, the Troll Chieftain I think is still bugged, because I set an array for that one too. Well, I can always still test that. Decreasing the difficulty is like if the enemy has no stat upgrades. Is that something I said, or are you talking to other people in the chat? It's kind of hard for me to tell. Oh, an idea for Impossible mode is to nerf your own units. Oh yeah, that would be fun. Okay, we'll just go for Laura. So, Fungal Forest Heroic, everyone's favorite stage for testing. If you don't know, you get 4 Swamp Things right off the bat here. So let's just quickly get Death Ray.
Winter is coming.
And you know what? Yeah, let's max out the cooldown and stuff. Get this out of the way. And then I guess proceed. Nope. Okay. You cannot change the amount of gold that an enemy gives you. Immediate blue screen as soon as that Swamp Thing spawned. Okay, good to know. So first, before I forget, mod troll rage. And then I want the table. Where is it? Where's the table of 6, 6, and then 9E. Oh, wait a minute. I know what to do. I'll just look up 9E plus 9, 9. That's another duration. Yeah, here we go. So delete these. Oh man, this is a significant buff to the Troll Chieftain. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to make this 6. Again, I didn't really test if it works, but like, I think we know that it's not going to work. So same thing with the Rocket Rider. He's fast enough. I'll just make it so that way his... I believe all mods and auras and stuff are the things that you can't change. That would make sense. So what I'll do is I'll probably just buff its base speed. So that way when it gets multiplied by 3.6, it's even faster. And plus, we haven't tested to see if the base speed can be changed. So that might be a problem as well. Oh, okay. A video I was talking about vengeance. Increasing the difficulty is like if the enemy has no stat upgrades. Yeah, probably. I think I said that. I know I made that comment about Jack when he has the star upgrades. It's like you're playing on veteran, kind of like the reverse of that. Sorry, soul point upgrades. Okay, Swamp Thing. That's what I was looking for. Come on. Explosion, explosion. Bomb shot. The Swamp Thing bomb. Okay, there we go. Enemy Swamp Thing. Okay, this. Let's just keep it at 200. Dang. If you could modify that based on the difficulty, that would be so useful. I would love that to see what would happen if you could make it... Like, imagine an enemy that's tougher, but also gives you more gold, so that you have to do more work to counter it. I would love that. Okay, where are we? Oh, right. Son of Sarogas and all that stuff. Okay, so we'll just leave this as it is. I just thought of something. The explosive damage that I added to the Yeti, that is also going to be applied on all difficulties. So I'm going to have to undo that as well. And then, did I have something that I wanted to do in particular? For one of the other enemies, like the Rotshroom. Is that even listed on here? No. So let's think here. The Rotshroom is a pretty tough enemy on its own anyways. I don't think there's that much change, but... Maybe give it more physical damage. Yeah. It's 12 to 18 right now. So... melee damage buffed from 12 to 18. Actually, I can see that enemy type having some magic resistance. That might be kind of evil. Do you think it would be evil to give magic resistance to the Rotshrooms? Because, I don't know, just something about them being purple tells me that they should resist magic. But at the same time, or should we really make mages all that bad? You already have Tainted Treants, so you want to use mages. Do it? Okay, fine. Let's just delete that. Magic resistance buffed from 0 to 0.4. Okay, so let's go back up to where the enemy was, Rotten Lesser. Does this enemy really give 20 gold? Wow. HP max. tt.health.magic armor equals table 0, 0, 0, 0.4. End table. Oh, okay, great. I have to look at the keyboard. Command L. You know what? I'm going to test one more thing with the Swamp Thing on the heroic stage. Let's do movement speed, like I was talking about before. So, oh, am I looking past that? I think I am. Let's see, yeah, so enemy Swamp Thing. It's regen, life cost, health, icon, area attack, motion max speed. Okay. Hear me out. Let's just, well, copy this. And then copy it one more time, but make this... Okay, let's just make it insane. 2.5. And then close this. Table. And then save. Physical vulnerability. So they would still be relatively better to counter with physical damage than mages, but just make them weaker. Oh yeah, because the true damage would be a difference. Maybe. I think the problem with that though is that you'd probably have to buff their effective HP against true damage to make it still harder. Otherwise, it's just a nerf to the enemy, right? Okay, let's use him. And then we'll go back here. And then I'm not even going to build anything. In fact, I shouldn't even need to... Oh, okay, yep, it works. That definitely works. Alright, let's slow him down. Tutata. Well, I think we got the information needed. Let me come out of here. I smell Pop-Tarts.
She burnt her tomatoes.
Alright, let me quit out of here. Quit. It was fun brainstorming. Yeah, thanks for coming along. Okay, good to know that that's possible. So, Speedy Swamp Thing. We'll go back down. Oh, wow. There's something else about the Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing Soldier. So I guess you can have that as an ally as well. But good. This is very good to know. Oops. No. I didn't want to do that. Cool. I remembered that I had this copied. So I can just hit paste over that to replace it with its old speed. So I think what I might do then is I'll use that buff to the Rocket Rider, so that way it can get a further speed buff on Impossible. Yeah, that would be pretty evil. Now for the Nauseous Creeper. Let's see. Oh, the max count. So a Nauseous Creeper can't spawn more than 6 mutated hatchlings to its name at a time. So I say we increase this number. I wonder if this can be buffed to... I wonder if it can be buffed on Impossible only, like put in the table again. So I guess we'll find out. So we'll do 3 6s. How evil. And then it'll be kind of hard to tell. So let's just do 20. No, let's do a multiple of 6, so 24. Or I guess I should have done 18 because that's closer. And then is there anything else I want to buff about the Nauseous Creeper? Oh yeah, the HP was buffed from 1200 to 1500. So on casual, 800. Nope. 1000. 1200. 1500. Oop. Almost 1600. Now this is kind of mild compared to what we did for Son of Serogaz. So I wonder if this should be even more. How about 1600? Oh, that's evil. No. I don't know. Yeah, let's do 1600 because it's all even numbers right now. So that's satisfying. Completely arbitrary, but satisfying. And then what else is there to do? Well, okay, we'll just test this. So Control S, then exit out. And then now we want to test only the campaign of Fungal Forest because the Nauseous Creeper spawns more quickly there. Alright, no blue screens yet. It's nice to see it pass at least some of the tests. Oh, all the Steam notifications. Get out of here. Alright, so we'll just teleport him and get going. Yeah, we're gonna have to use barracks here. And I'll just do the same thing as before with the Arc Druid Henge and stuff. How did I do this? Did I have it in the back? No, I think I had it further up. Oh well. Alright, Nauseous Creeper, do your thing. Spawn some units. It survived the Rain of Fire, so pretty cool. You know... Uh-oh. Okay. Best bug so far. I hope they weren't planning on doing anything with their legs there. Do I dare try and block them in melee combat? Are they damaging him? No, they're not. Oh, it can't... Oh my goodness. Well, that's one of the interactions of all time. Oh, and it's still alive too. Great. the spiders, they're just having a good time. You know how you can get constipated? It's like that, but for pregnancy. You wouldn't understand if you're not a woman. Which you're probably not. As far as I know, there are no women in the Kingdom Rush community. I know that's not really true, that's just a joke. Okay, let's just get this going. Wait, why am I still playing this? I already know that the thing is bugged. There's no point waiting, right? Yeah, there's no point waiting. Yeah, if the enemy would stand still and keep spawning, that would be pretty evil. Imagine an enemy that didn't progress down the track and it just kept spawning units, so you were forced to do something to kill it. That would be pretty evil. Or, you know how the Twilight Avengers or harassers will teleport back if you melee attack them? A summoner who did that. What is this thing called? Spider Rotten? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, good. So that's not gonna work. Just make it 6. I think the HP buff is enough as it is. And then okay. Enemy spider rotten tiny. And then enemy spider tiny rotten. Which one is it? Because there's 2 names. Make up your minds. Do I want to buff this thing at all? Probably not. I think this enemy is fine as is. Extending the boost duration. That, I don't think you can set that to change based on difficulty either. I think that one is also stuck as is. That Tainted Treant. Ooh, okay, a speed buff for the Tainted Treant. So, wait, what? Enemy Rotten Tree. FPS times 1 to FPS times 1.2. Well, that's already not what it is. It's times 0.6. So I guess I'll do the same percentage buff, so 20%. So it'll be 0.072 now. So yeah, we'll do this again. And then I will copy this. Oops, no, I didn't want to copy that. Okay, we'll just do this. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. And then do that. And then make this 7.2. Cool. And then same thing, the HP. Another table. 800. Nope, that's a period. 1000. 1200. Period again. And then 2000. Wow, that's a pretty big buff. Melee, what the heck? Wait a minute, is this a soldier? It is. Oh, that must be where I got the FPS times 1 from the soldier. Yeah, that makes sense. Perma boost. Yeah, perma boost for the rocket rider would be pretty OP. And then this is another unit from the mod. That's another unit too. Are those all the enemies then? Soldier flare bomber. Is this... You know what? I'm not even going to bother. I know it's not what I'm looking for. Where are the demons? We're missing Flareon, Demon Legion. I really want to see if I can change the... what's it called? If I can make a table for the generation count. That would be nice. There we go. Okay, so we're back to more enemies. What is this? Skeleton big. Nope, don't want that. Let me see how far I can scroll up before I run into soldiers again. Okay, soldier zombie. We don't want that. So giant rat. Do we want to buff the giant rat? I don't think so. I think this enemy's bad enough. Believe it or not. Sand warriors. Nope, don't want that. Were rat. So armor. This is going to be buffed to 0.5. 0.3. 0.3. And then 0.5. Oops. Now I want the period and not the comma. And then, okay, skeletons. That's fine. Skeleton knights, aka skeleton big. Zombie, that's the husk. Did I have plans for the husk? I think so. An HP buff, really? For the husk? Really? Okay, if past me says so. I think I know what I was thinking. You see, in at least the Rotten Forest, it's really easy to like kind of just ignore all husks after a while because they sort of blend in with the tankiness of demon spawn, spiders, all that stuff. So making them a little bit tankier will make them stand out even amongst the demon spawn. Okay, and then yeah, we'll just leave the rest. The Flareon. Okay. Let's see if I can modify the range of this thing without it causing a big problem. Max range. So we want 150. Nope, that's 159. 150. Come on. I can't reach. Comma. 220. And I will know if this has been buffed if it doesn't crash. Okay, Demon Legion. Another thing that could potentially crash. Generation 2. So 2, 2, 2, 3. Let's get going. Test these things out. That's 2 things that can potentially crash that I just added. Again, bad coding practice. because this will just make it harder to test, but the enemies do spawn individually, so I'll see the difference pretty quickly. Actually, you know what? Let me quit. And then go into, where is it? Is it main.lua? Nope, not that. That's encrypted. KR1. Data. No. Game scripts. MyLua? No. All. No, main.lua. No, wait, what am I thinking? Let's not go insane here. Achievements. Oh, wow. Where to modify the speed? I think that was in data. Hold on, let me go back to care 1. Scripts? No. Scripts 2? No. 3? No. Settings? Yes. Okay, finally. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. That's a huge difference. 59 extra speed. Where do they get 59 from? So 1.28 is the normal speed factor, which I don't know why it's not 1. But if we triple this number and then take 10% of that, that should be 3.84. So just 38 extra. So this should be 66. 1.66. That would be 30% extra speed, but to be honest, I think 20% extra speed is already more than enough. Well, not more than enough. I think that's enough. I think it's plenty, is what I'm trying to say. So that would be 25.6. Well, 0.256 being added to this. So maybe, should I just make it like a clean 1.5? Or maybe a clean 1.6? No, well, 1.28 is not that clean either, you know? So, yeah, we'll just do 5, and then, what is that, 36? Yeah, should be fine. Okay, anything else? We want to keep the HP factor unchanged, so that way only some enemies get more stuff. I wonder what it is that changed that made this work. Ooh, max difficulty. Okay, I see. So we'll change that. And then just close that. Or just minimize it. We want to keep that around for more modding. Oh yeah, that's true. That would be a clean 25%. And that's right in between the 20 and 30 that I was toying around with. So yeah, maybe I'll go back to that. That's a good point. I didn't consider thinking about what percentage more 1.6 would be. Okay. What was it testing again? Oh yeah, demons. So Oni, obligatory Oni. And then here we go on Impossible. So you know what? Screw whatever lives end up getting lost. I just need to do some testing. So here comes the hounds and all that stuff. What did I do before? Yeah, something like this. Oh yeah, look at how much easier this is with Oni compared to Illyria. Cool. Oh, get blocking. Oh yeah, and call the wave. Oh, here we go. Look at all that HP. Jeez. And yeah, the extra speed doesn't seem too bad right now. Alright, here comes the Demon Lord. Let's see. Can they kill him? No, probably not. Oh no, spears will kill him. Okay, cool. Look at that Look at that RNG. That was insanely good. And then one of these demons is gonna pop and then kill them both. Oh, yeah, no, he can't block him in melee combat. Oh well. And yeah, the extra speed makes speedrunning this quite impossible for no lives lost. Like, yeah, you don't get the Ring of Fire in time to stop everything. That's okay. You just do what you can. And then we'll get to the other enemies soon. Yeah, legions will come out first. So let's see what happens when he tries to spawn his ability. Yep, he's stuck. Okay, great. Will he still spawn the ability though? Probably not. Yeah, that I think he's a goner. That brain is dead. That brain is fried. That's good to know. In fact, I can use Ring of Fire on the Demon Lord now. Ooh. And then, yeah, resummon them all. Cool. Spawn reinforcements. And then, yep, Flareons are coming. Cool. We can see how big their range is. Oh, interesting placement for that. Alright, get the healing right away. And then Flareons. Oh no. That's adorable. Look at them all. Great. Least laggy modding experience. That's good. You know what? I'll just leave them for now. This will let me test more things. Oh, he's buffing them. Cool. And he's gonna live. Nope, he didn't live. Interesting. Look at that. These guys can attack. Oh, yeah, he's got increased damage, right. So, all of these buffs to damage also will indirectly buff Gerald. Look at all those legions. Ooh, wait a minute. I need to move up. And get a battle mecha. And then let's get missiles. Okay, good job, Oni. Keep getting XP. And in fact, I'll just do this. Now we can get missiles. Actually, wait a minute. I don't need to keep testing this. Right, everything is good. We already figured out that you can't make a table out of those things either. Oops. Templates. Oh, right. The thing that I was looking for was right underneath. Okay. That's the shield modifier. So here's a legion. So once again, it's gonna have to be buffed to 3. I think this is too important to not buff though. Like, you're just gonna have to be prepared to play on Impossible. And like face some of the consequences of this. So that's gonna be buffed to 3. The Flareon, on the other hand, I feel like we can keep the max range at 150. That enemy doesn't really need to be buffed too much. I say if anything, we can just make it so that way the ranged projectile does more damage. Oh no, actually. Yeah, I can't buff that either because that stat isn't tied to the enemy. He's just standing there menacingly. Good comments there. You guys are on a roll. Okay, here we go. Health. So, 2,000. 3,000. And then 3,600. Nope. Nope. There we go. Nope. I hit caps lock instead of shift. Cool. Yeah, the animations don't care about range, as long as they can trigger. Oh, here we go, the Necromancer. So something was messed up about this guy. his, yeah, range attack. So this is true damage. Let's just make this magical. So that way magic resistance matters. And then his melee attack. This should stay as physical. It's got a little physical punch. And then maximum army. Oh, this is a leftover change. This is supposed to be 35. No, I already know that if I try to change this, it's gonna, instead of being, it's gonna make him freeze again. So, okay, another Necromancer buff. 90 plus 99. Look, all this stuff in the code. Okay, Cerberus. Do we need to buff him? I think I did buff him. Since the, what is it? Yeah, the elemental. No, not the elemental. Well, yeah, that too, but the Force Troll got 10k HP. Then Cerberus needs 10k HP as well. Was the logic there? So, what is this? 4,800? 7,200. Whoa. 10,000. Truly a mini boss. A big boss, more like. Damage radius slightly bigger than most AoE units. Interesting. Okay, the Black Hag. What to do about this? Make her have more HP. So, okay, again, same as Cerberus, but 1/10. Ooh. 1,000. Big bad boss, yeah. Insta-kill does care because Cerberus, well, okay, Cerberus doesn't care about insta-kill, I should say, because he's immune to it. So that one, you really have a problem whittling him down. This should be interesting. I wonder if that really even is possible. That's going to be insane. Especially with the speed boost. I think we should keep it at 20%. You saw how tough Pandemonium was there. Alright, Spectral Knight. So this is the one that deserves the biggest buff. So instead of just impossible mode, this is what makes it ImpossiBBBle mode. Because these enemies are completely countered by so many units. Hold on, if this is 400, then it would be 320. But anyways, as I was saying, there's so many sources of true damage from like star upgrades and the assassins, heroes, etc. that these guys need to be really, really tanky so that you actually have to do a lot of true damage. So I'm going to make them have 1,000 HP. Oh, how wicked of me. Truly one of the balance changes of all time. And then also buff their minimum damage. Well, we'll just do the same thing that we did for the other units that have this amount of damage. Just make it 50 to 100. Jesus Christ, ignore the insta-kill. I don't know what that means. Alright, and then make this 100. Okay, and I think that just about wraps up most of the enemies that I want to buff, because I don't really want to buff the Pathfinders anymore. I think they've gotten enough. Oh yeah, I'll do the same thing for the Fallen Knight. But still, the other enemies, I don't think I intend on buffing the rest of them. Only the bosses. But the bosses, you'll see what gets done with them. I'll showcase all this stuff later. 24, 24, 24, 50. And since my throat is hurting anyways, I think I'm going to get going. So thanks everybody for seeing all the different changes that I've been testing out here throughout the game. I still have a couple of other bug fixes I think to make, like the explosive damage. But yeah, I'll be doing that off screen because I'm getting a bit tired. Like my eyes are getting tired from watching the screen. So I don't think I can code for much longer. Hope you guys can tune in for when I go back to gameplay instead of just coding and stuff. But I'm glad that those of you who got value out of it did so, because personally, I wouldn't watch something like this. But all the power to you, since you find it entertaining. You guys have a good day.